he is 100% worth it.
He takes it to another level. Oh my God, I just fell in love with it.
Thanks so much, Jay.
Blew my mind. And it worked. I wanted to buy my thing.
Jay is, I would say, the Yoda of sales calls, man.
Just talking to Jay, he was so good at just taking what it is, seeing the opportunity and the value and the real reason we are making it.
Talk to Jay because he got it. He can definitely help you out.
Talk to Jay. You're going to get a lot. You're going to gain a lot.
I would absolutely recommend him for any position that you have.
Jay's definitely the guy.
Give him the chance, give him the opportunity. You won't regret it.
He's good at what he does, so I highly recommend him, and I would book him before he is fully booked out.
Welcome to the Sales Ninja Show podcast, where we cut through the noise, ditch outdated sales tactics, and show you how to close deals with confidence, strategy, and integrity. I'm Jay Lee, founder of Sales Ninja. As a former banker, former introvert, former pastor, and high-ticket seven-figure sales ninja, I now help grow and scale businesses like yours without the need for pushy tactics. And that's the heart of the reverse glass selling method, a kingdom-driven approach from the Bible, from 1 Peter chapter 3, verse 15, built on trust, service, and real connection. My mission is to help over 1 million people break the cycle of generational poverty so that you can sell more to give more. Today's guest has taken over 7,000 high-ticket sales calls, closed more than $9 million in cash, and maintains a jaw-dropping 60% close rate on cold traffic. He's the founder of closesales.com, a program that helps coaches master high-ticket sales so they can finally charge what they're worth and confidently close on the first call. He is redefining what it means to sell with conviction, confidence, and integrity. No pressure, no gimmicks, just pure skill and strategy. So get ready to learn the art of one-call closing with none other than Austin Medlin. What is up, Austin?
How you doing, Jay? It's great to see you, buddy.
Likewise. So awesome to have you on the Sales Ninja Show podcast.
I appreciate that. Thanks for taking the time.
We already have someone watching, so saying shout out to Amo Raj Mine. Sorry if I butchered your name. If you guys have any questions in the podcast, please ask them away, because Austin is a guy that you want to ask questions to get your sales mastery. So again, thank you guys so much for tuning into the Sales Ninja Show podcast. If you are a seven-figure entrepreneur, please comment podcast if you want to be on the next Sales Ninja Show podcast. Let's start from the beginning. So you've taken over 7,000 high-ticket sales calls, which is a number that most people have not achieved, closed $9 million in sales in cash. That's pretty wild. But what was life like before all that? Were you always a superstar? How did you get into high ticket sales?
I'd like to think I was always a superstar, but no, not really. I have been, though, had the entrepreneurial gene my entire life. So I was a little kid growing up, and I just always wanted to be free. And the fastest path to freedom is kind of entrepreneurship, right? So I tried a bunch of different ventures and different things. I would say like the most notable venture that I did that actually worked, where I learned a lot and grew a lot, and I credit a lot of my success to still to this day, was when I was 18 years old. I got into the world of network marketing, built a team of 1,500 people in 10 different countries. I was traveling all over the US. I was speaking on stages. I got flown out to San Diego to go and see Tony Robbins. Like, there was a bunch of really cool stuff that I got to do at 18. And then I would say that was kind of a peak. And then everything from there was kind of a valley. And then I found the world of high ticket sales, and then kind of skyrocketed back up once I found that in 2019.
So tell us a little bit about the network marketing. What kind of product or service was it? And how the heck did you create a team of 1,500? And how long did it take?
Yeah, so we were selling healthy energy drinks and healthy protein shakes. So we were endorsed by like Dr. Oz, the Phoenix Sun, stuff like that. we actually called it the YPR, the Young People Revolution. And we were running around like, we're going to be unemployed forever. Like, we're going to be entrepreneurs. We're not going to go work for somebody else. But the way network marketing works, it's just word of mouth marketing, right? So like I told a couple people that told a couple people that told a couple people, and then it just started branching out and growing. But there was a kid I went to high school with that I enrolled into the business. I called him and I was like, dude, we're going to get rich selling energy drinks. He's like, dude, I will drop out of college right now and sell energy drinks. And he literally did
Come on.
Dropped out of college like 2 weeks later. Dropped out, moved from Ohio back down to Florida, which is where, you know, we met. But he was actually from Germany. And so he called his older brother and he's like, dude, we're going to get rich selling energy drinks. And his brother was like, yeah, why not?
What?
So I built, it ended up being like 400 or 500 people just in Germany alone from that one connection. And I got paid for every single one of those enrollments because that's how network marketing works, right? So it's like, I told a couple people and they told a couple people, and then it just started branching out and spreading. But we were doing home events. We were doing big events. I was speaking on stages. And it's funny, all the people that did really well with that company are all highly successful 7- and 8-figure entrepreneurs today. A lot of us are still friends. A lot of us still communicate. We do events together. We see each other different places. And it's like everyone who crushed it there parlayed that knowledge and skill into different ventures and things today. So it's pretty cool to see.
Okay, let's extract some of the principles, because clearly, you know, from that one contact, you had 400 or 500 people and then eventually 1,500. That's a lot of energy drinks and protein drinks to be able to sell and get people to literally drop out of college and make their parents pretty upset. What are some of the learning lessons that you learned in network marketing? Because you said that most of the people that were successful in network marketing did really well in high ticket.
Yeah. Well, I mean, something you'll appreciate, commission only. In the world of network marketing, you're not clocking in and clocking out. There's nobody telling you what to do and when to do it. It is 100% solely on you. You have to get up and do the work. You have to put on the events. You have to enroll the people. You have to help manage and duplicate your team so the knowledge is transferable. You're an entrepreneur. You're a business owner. You're a 1099 guy that's commission only. And if you want it, you have to go get it. So there was nobody telling me, hey, invite a bunch of people to a room and put together a presentation and speak in front of those people. I'll never forget the first event I ever spoke at was in front of 4 people and they were sitting on a couch and I was nervous. I was shaking. I was like, oh my gosh. Like I had notes on my phone. Right. And then that turned into speaking in front of hundreds and hundreds of people at a time. And I mean, I have an event this weekend in Tampa. I'll speak in front of a couple hundred people. I fly to Dallas next weekend and I speak in front of a few hundred people there. So it's like, I'm still using that public speaking skill, that muscle that I built, I still use to this day. And so like the biggest one was commission only. If you want it, you got to go get it. So it's really this habit of discipline, right? We were staying up late working, and then we were getting up early on no sleep, drinking our, healthy energy drinks and like knocking out the gym and then grinding and working all day. Nobody had a gun to our head and said we had to do that. There was something in us that made us want to go do that. We wanted to be successful, and we learned that skill of discipline and self-motivation very early on.
How does one, and I talked to a lot of business owners and students and clients that, know what they need to do. They know what they need to do, but they don't do the work. So that lack of discipline and the lack of having that habit in their life. You've talked about the opposite, which is when you're commissioned. And I actually talked to a bunch of people who said like, can I get like a draw? Can I get a retainer? Can I almost that security blanket of comfort?
Yep.
But the hunger of commission is a different breed. What and how do you create those habits of discipline? Because, for some people, it's like a foreign language or they don't even know how to do it.
Yeah. The bigger the why, the easier the how. If you don't have a reason why you're going to get up and get after it, you never will. Like I pretty much operate Monday through Friday on about 5, if I'm lucky, 6 hours a night of sleep.
Wow.
And people ask me all the time, they're like, aren't you tired? It's like, yeah, of course I'm tired. Yeah. Like no one operates on 5 hours of sleep and just feels great all the time. Yes, I'm tired, but I have goals and I have dreams and I have people to help and I have bigger reasons. So the how is super simple because I have these big goals. A lot of people just don't have anything that they're working towards. A lot of people are kind of just happy with the status quo, and that's okay, right? Like I'm not saying everyone has to be an entrepreneur and everyone has to make millions of dollars and change the world and leave a legacy, but I do. I'm going to do that. I am in the process of doing that. And I think when I was young, I was 18 and in the world of network marketing, I almost had this like delusional confidence where I saw the people at the top who were making $250,000 a year. I saw the ones making $250,000 per month.
Wow.
And I sat down and had conversations with them, and it just dawned on me. I'm like, these people are nothing special.
Yeah.
Like, they're not smarter. They're not better looking. They're not funnier. Like, there's nothing special about them. They put their socks on before their shoes every day, just like I do. And if this guy can go do it, or this girl can do it, I can do it too. And I think that's the difference between successful and unsuccessful people. Successful people, prior to their success, saw other people doing the thing, making the money, standing on the stage, and thought to themselves, well, I could do that too. If I just put my mind to it and I spend enough time working on my craft, I can have that and more. Where the unsuccessful person always stays unsuccessful because they look at that and they either say, I could never do that, or even worse, they make excuses for why they can do that, but they cannot. So they look at the person on the stage, say, well, they just got lucky because of X, Y, Z, or, oh, they're just born into a better family, or, oh, they have a better background. And they just make all these excuses that are simply not true, but you get to keep the beliefs that you're willing to fight for. So if you want to fight for the fact that your skin color or your height or your gender or your socioeconomic background is why you are unsuccessful, you get to keep those beliefs and you get to have that self-fulfilling prophecy. And you will never live a life that's truly extraordinary and impactful to the world because you're just making excuses to never do it.
That's so good. There is a quote by Henry Ford, right? Whether you believe you can or whether you believe you can't, you're right.
Yeah, we used to say that all the time. We used to say that and don't be average all the time.
Don't be average. Nice.
It was always just don't be average. Like someone's like, oh, dude, I'm kind of tired. I'm going to call it a night. Right, dude, don't be average. Come on. They were like bullying each other into success when we were, these kids running around in college, 18 years old.
That's incredible. I think that's, just from an early age at 18, that kind of like, and even your friend being able to persuade your friend to quit out of college. That's quite some move. That's persuasion. Let me just acknowledge Amo, who is saying, big respect for this mission, Jay and Austin. If you ever need help with DM outreach or appointment setting to keep momentum going, happy to help behind the scenes. Thank you, Amo or Amo, for letting us know that. So let's talk about the very first high ticket deal you ever closed. What was that moment like? How much was it? And what did it teach you about selling?
I would say the first high ticket, just general deal was not in the coaching space, right? Like right now, for the last 6 years, I've operated in the coaching space. The first like big ticket deal I closed would be a $600,000 landscape contract because after network marketing, my dad had a landscape company and I kind of came in, I needed something to do, but network marketing had made me so mentally unemployable. I couldn't just go get a regular job, but I also didn't know what kind of business I wanted to build. So I kind of partnered up with him, ended up taking over that company, and we built it up to about $3 million a year in about 3 years. In the first like big deal I closed, it was an entire complex, this commercial complex, and it was like a multi-year contract for $600K.
Wow.
So that was cool. I was, this young kid, 20 something years old, sitting in a boardroom with like 10 people that run the complex, and I closed them for $600K. And then in the world of high ticket, the first offer I sold for was $9,800. I'll never forget the first two guys that I closed. It was these two business partners, and they had the model. You've probably seen it, where it's like these sweepstake giveaways where like you buy a t-shirt and the more you spend, you get the raffle, and they raffle off a truck or cash or a vacation or whatever. And I sat on the phone with those guys for like an hour and 45 minutes, and I got them to do 3 payments of $3,300. It was back in mid 2020. And that was the first high ticket deal I had ever closed, like on my own, on a Zoom call. They gave us $3,300. I was like, oh my gosh, I just made $330 in commissions. Like, this is crazy. And then I ended up closing millions of dollars for that company over the next 2.5 years. But that was the very first one.
Amazing. So closesales.com helps coaches start charging what they're worth. What inspired you to build this program, and what gap did you see in the sales industry that nobody else was filling?
Yeah. So when I got into the world of high ticket, my ex and I kind of did some coaching stuff in 2019. made a lot of money very quickly, but realized we should just not be business partners very quickly as well. And then I became a closer. And so I worked for this company, and we ended up building it from 300,000 a month to 1.7 million per month over a 2.5-year run. Wow. We were on the Inc. 5000 2 years in a row, fastest growing privately owned companies in America in the top 100. So I think I was like 87 and then like 60 something the next year. And I was just significantly better than everyone else on the team. Mm-hmm. Like if you were on that team and you're watching this podcast, like, sorry, numbers are numbers. I was just significantly better. Yeah. And I think the reason I got so good was because when I would analyze a sales process, I would have to understand the psychology behind why we were doing what we were doing. So you couldn't just tell me, read this script. It wouldn't work for me. If you said, read this script and here's the psychology, then I could reverse engineer that psychology and get the same end result in a way that was in alignment for me. And then everybody started asking, well, dude, how's your close rate this? And ours is this. How are you winning this vacation every quarter over and over and over? And we're winning nothing, right? Like, so then I started explaining what I was doing and eventually became the head of sales for that company for a little bit. And then I partnered up with this guy with this ClickFunnels plaque and scaled him up from 25,000 a month to $250,000 a month in 10 months. And I was like, okay, like, I'm pretty good at this business consulting, scaling, raising prices, systems, building a team thing. And then he introduced me to this girl with this ClickFunnels plaque, and I scaled her up to 550,000 a month in 14 months. And then I realized that I had just made 3 CEOs a ton of money. I was doing fine. I was making between $30,000 and $50,000 a month. Like, I was doing just fine, but realized I could have a significantly bigger impact on the world and also make way more money and have way more freedom if I started my own offer. So then November of 2023, so we're coming up on 2 years now, I launched closesales.com because people just don't like sales. And the reason they don't like sales is because they suck at sales. Mm-hmm. Everybody likes sales when 60, 70, 80, 90% of the conversations you have turn into money in your pocket. Yeah. Nobody likes sales when you just keep getting punched in the face because you have a 15% close rate. Yeah. So I realized everybody would love sales if they were able to make money ethically closing people into programs that these people actually needed. And then I built a program and started filling the hole in the market back in November of 23. Okay. So it's not that long. I mean, we're talking like 2 years, not even. And you've launched zero to $1 million in 10 months. Come on. Yeah. Congrats, man. That's huge. Oh, thank you. That is huge. Wow. 0 to $1 million in 10 months. Okay. Yeah. So let's see. The 100K a month sales script for online coaches and closers used on 21,000 sales calls, generated $100 million in coaching sales. Works even if you don't like sales or consider yourself a salesperson. So here's your VSL. That's awesome. That's a 48-minute training that breaks down my entire sales process, top to bottom, start to finish, and explains the psychology behind every step. Really? Mm-hmm. This video here? Yep. 48 minutes? Yeah. Okay. I can't see a timer on here, but wow. Okay. So what we've done with this video, some psychology for you. Yeah. You see the little scroll bar, how it's going very quick? Yes. Yes. That leads you to believe that it's a very short video. That's what I thought. People are more inclined to click on it and start watching it, and it'll go pretty quick. And then as you get further into the video, it gets slower and slower and slower. Is that a ClickFunnels option? No, that's on Vitalytics is what that's on. You got to pay for Vitalytics, and then you can have that option. Cool. I was not aware. I learned something new today. That's so cool. That's exactly what I thought. I'm like, this is not a 48-minute video. This looks like a 3-minute video. Yeah. Okay, cool. Very well done. I like that strategy. 7,000 high ticket sales calls. I need to go update this. Oh, is it outdated? Well, 6.5 million in deals is now 9 million. So that's right. Okay. I should go update $100 million generated for coaches. Yeah. So you got to update some of that, book your one-on-one demo call, and gets hands-on support implementing the RFPDP method. Okay. That's quite the acronym. So can you share what that is and how that works? Absolutely. So very simply put, the RFPDP method is how I run every single sales call. Okay. I had a sales call last night, closed them, one call closed for 15K. Wow. Using the RFPDP method. This is how I run every call, whether they're referrals, warm, hot, cold, doesn't matter. This is how you run a sales call. And what that stands for is rapport, frame, pain, discovery, pitch. That is the flow that I take every single prospect through. I don't care if they're old, young, tall, short, masculine, feminine, it doesn't matter. They all get put through the same process because it's rooted in human psychology. So I know it's going to work.
Okay, so let's do that again. Rapport. Did you say frame?
Yep.
Pain.
Discovery.
Discovery.
Pitch.
Pitch. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Can you walk us through that with a 15K close yesterday in the short version, anyways?
Sure. Yeah, I can give you the overview. So rapport, frame, and pain collectively are started and completed in 2 minutes or less on every single sales call. So the first 3 letters of the acronym we're knocking out in 2 minutes.
Nice. Love it.
Rapport is the same 2 questions every single time. Hey, Jay, how's the week going for you so far? You're going to say, oh, the week is going good. And as soon as you finish the D in good, I'm not going to give you a chance to ask me how my week is going because you don't care.
Yeah.
Humans are inherently selfish. We care about ourselves.
That's right.
You don't care how my week is. So now we're just wasting time and I'm losing my authoritative leadership, which I need in order for you to buy.
Yeah.
So you're going to say good. I'm going to say amazing. Where are you located? You're going to tell me. And the second you're done telling me, I collapse the gap of silence and then I frame the call. So rapport to frame. And the frame would be something like, hey, Jay, I have the notes you sent over before the call. So I have a pretty good understanding of where you're at, where you're looking to go. But I definitely have some additional questions. I want to dive a little bit deeper and really just see if I can help you. If everything looks good, I'll build you out some higher level strategy and show you what it would look like to partner up. And if everything looks bad for whatever reason, hopefully at the very least, point you in a different direction and keep the ball rolling for you. Does that work for you?
Good.
You're going to say, yeah. And you will see the most confident masculine prospects when you finish that frame drop their shoulders and sit back in their chair because they're now confident that they're talking to an expert.
Yeah.
And they don't feel like their time is being wasted. So they become submissive to the process.
Good.
Then we start with pain, but pain is very neutral because not every prospect is in pain.
Okay.
That is something I had to learn. A lot are, but not every single prospect is in pain. So I ask a very neutral pain question. Yeah, Jay, so like I said, I have the notes, but I would love to hear from you directly. What's got you on the call today, man? What can I do for you?
Yeah,
And
I
then
think
you'll go pain.
I'll do
or
a role play. Like, oh, yeah, lead gen has not been great. I haven't put the work in and I can't close anything that I don't have leads on.
Sure. So now we're into discovery and there's 11 topics of discovery that we have to just ask questions and the prospect gives us answers. We don't recap. We don't relate. We don't make statements. It's just ping pong back and forth, question, answer, question, answer. And we do that for about 15 to 30 minutes, depending on how much the prospect talks.
Yeah.
What that is doing by gathering all of the information about what they've tried in the past, what their goals are, what their current situation looks like, financial situation, partner and spouse. Like we're gathering all this intel. We can then prevent potential objections and we can customize our pitch at a higher level because we have way more context.
Yeah. Good.
Like how many times do you get to the end of the call and like, hey, this sounds great. I'm going to start this next quarter.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, you didn't ask about timing of when they wanted to get started on a project like this. Any objection that you get, like I want to be very clear here. If you are in sales, I assume you are, if you're watching this, if you are in sales, any objection that you get, reverse engineer that into discovery questions so we can handle the objection proactively in discovery rather than reactively after we drop our price. Because when you handle objections reactively after price, you seem super salesy. When you handle objections proactively in discovery long before the price, you seem super helpful. Every objection you get can be turned into discovery questions so we can prevent them, or if they come up, we can weed through them proactively. That will skyrocket your close rate on its own. Discovery is the most important piece of any sales call, in my opinion.
Well said. I love it. And then let's say we ping pong for 15, 30 minutes. I've given you, my intent, buyer signals, timing, it's urgent, and then take us to the pitch.
And then the pitch is another acronym, PDP. So it's RFPDP, PDP method would be the full acronym. And that's going to stand for pillars, delivery, price drop. And so pillars is 2 to 4 steps of strategy. It's not how long the program is. It's not how many one-on-one calls they get. It's just strategy.
Okay.
These people don't care how long your program is. They don't care how many group calls and one-on-one calls and Slack and Facebook community access. Like, they don't care. They are laying in bed at night. Let's say you have a weight loss offer saying, I am overweight. I need to lose this weight. They're not like, I am overweight. I need a Slack community. Like, that's not what they're saying. So delivery is those things, and it's just not that important.
Right.
Pillars is the strategy. Hey, the first thing we need to do is build you a customized nutrition plan. And then we explain nutrition, blah, blah, blah. And then we ask if they have any questions. Hey, step 2, now that we have nutrition, the second thing we need to do is weight training. And then I would pitch weight training, how we customize it, how we update it for their body and their goals so they never hit a plateau, etc. Any questions? No. All good. Great. So we do our pillars, and then we make sure they're totally bought in on strategy. Then we do our delivery. Hey, Jay, we're going to partner up for the next 4 months. In those 4 months, you're going to get a handful of things. This many check-ins, this many one-on-ones, this many that. Very quick through delivery because they don't care.
Yeah.
And then we do our price drop.
So let's look at, if you don't mind, just run me through the price drop. So it's such and such price, and then what? So I like everything you're saying. I definitely need the weight loss. I need the coach. Sounds good.
Yeah. So essentially what it is would be time, goals, to pay. And what that means is time, goals, to pay would be, so Jay, to partner up for the next 4 months time to help you accomplish losing these 30 pounds and keeping it off for good goal. It's either 2 payments of $4,000 or a one-time investment of just $6,500. So what I'm doing there, to pay, I'm saying it's 2 payments of $4,000, which is $8,000. Or if you would like to pay it in full, I will discount it down to $6,500. That is the best price drop by far. I've done fast action price drops. I've just said, oh, it's just $8,000 or $6,500, whatever. And then let them come back and forth. Like, the 2 pay discounted to a 1 pay is the best price drop, in my opinion, by far.
Interesting. So, which is going to be a lot more. And then you give them the PIF, a paid in full option. Sorry. You give them a 2 pay. What was it? Oh, is it a full pay?
4, which would be 8.
And then a full
1 by 65.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, gotcha. So obviously the full pay looks a lot more attractive because you save what, $1,500 or whatever it is, right?
Exactly, because what most closers do is they say, yeah, Jay, it's just $6,500. And you say, great, I really want to do it, but I don't have $6,500.
That's right.
Now we have to put Jay on a payment plan, but we want to charge interest for the payment plan. So now we're punishing the prospect for not being allowed to pay in full.
Right.
Or not being able to pay in full.
Yeah.
Where my price drop is I'm rewarding the prospect if they can. It's the exact same thing, but we flip the psychology on its head. So you're not being punished if you can't pay in full, because they're thinking, okay, well, the program is just $8,000. So now if we have to customize a payment plan on the $8,000, I get my interest and they don't feel like they're being punished.
Okay. So walk me through that, because that was a bit quick for me in the sense of like, because most people will do the full pay and they'll punish them on the payment plan, but you're reversing it by flipping the psychology. So can you walk me through that role play again? Because I wanted to catch that.
Yeah. When I say the program is 2 payments of $4,000,
yeah,
I'm essentially telling you the program is $8,000.
That's right. That's what I'm hearing. Yeah.
Or you can do a one-time investment of just $6,500. So now I'm offering you an incentive and a discount to pay in full. If you do it in the opposite and you say the program is $6,500 and then you add interest up to the $8,000 because they need a payment plan, now they're being punished.
Okay. So you're actually offering the payment plan, which is punishing them on the interest first to pay at $4,000, or it's just a one-time payment of $6,500, which is rewarding them for paying in full.
Correct.
Beautiful. That was genius. I love that. I caught that. Let me just see. There's a couple of people who are in here that are asking questions from LinkedIn. We have, let's see, Emmy Charles. Humans are inherently selfish. That sounds like you creating your reality. BS. Okay.
Yeah, great. I'd love to respond to it.
Okay. Look at that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. I'm just. No. Go ahead.
It's good. It's good. If I'm going to say something, I'm going to stand on business and defend it. Right.
Okay. Go ahead.
If a prospect is in pain, okay, so a prospect books a sales call with an online coach because they're in pain. There's something wrong. Like there's a small fraction of people that we would call tire kickers who are just genuinely wasting time. Okay. But the overwhelming majority of people that are going and booking a call are because they need something. They have big goals they want to reach or pain they want to get out of. So when you get on a call, they don't really care about you. They don't know you. They don't know anything about you. What they care about is the goals they want to reach or the pain that they want to get out of. So they are coming to you selfishly saying, what can you do for me? Can you help me? And guess what? Once we help them, they will like us later. When people get on calls with me, they don't need to like me. They just need to trust me enough that I can actually solve their problem. And then when they pay me and I solve their problem, they'll love me later. But we don't get on calls with a random coach like, oh, Jay, I just want to hear all about you. I care so much about you and your family and where you're from and how the weather is in Minnesota. They don't care. They're thinking pain, not happy, arm broken. Can you fix it? If your arm is broken and you walk in a doctor's office, do you care where the doctor's from?
No.
Do you care how the doctor's week has been?
No.
All you care is, are you the best guy or the best girl to fix my broken arm? So the quicker the doctor walks in the room and starts addressing your current situation, the happier you're going to be. If the doctor comes in and starts building 10 minutes of rapport, you're like, dude, broken, fix, please. I don't care about this other conversation. I care about this broken arm. Can you fix it or not? So Emmy Charles here either isn't great at sales or is just radically uneducated on human psychology and how the world of sales works in the online space.
Yeah, so that's a good point. I mean, like when I look at the idea of like humans are inherently selfish, I mean, me being a man of faith, it is true because we're broken and none of us are perfect. And, you know, we like to be selfless. We like to serve people. We love to, you know, put other people first. But many times, dark moments, dark seasons, dark days, dark minutes, we're not that because it's like every man for themselves, right? So
if your house is on fire, you care about putting the fire out in your home, right? You selfishly want to put the fire out. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
I'm not saying there's something wrong that when humans are struggling and they're in pain and they're not where they want to be, there's nothing wrong with being selfish. And a lot of people never get out of pain because they never reach out for help because they feel guilty doing so. But the people who are booking sales calls are saying enough is enough. I need to get some help. So they're here for a reason. So the sooner we can start talking about how we can help them, the better that conversation is going to go.
Amazing. So it looks like you have some pretty amazing case studies and testimonials here, and there's so many that we don't have time to go through. What is one of your favorite stories in here of transformation and or monetization?
I'd say right there, the second one up from the bottom left, where it says 10,000 to 65,000, Rachel.
Rachel Freeman?
Yeah, she did 330 last month.
What? Okay, tell us about that. And how are you helping her do that? Because that seems unbelievable for everyone who's watching live and the replay.
Yeah.
Which is
so
amazing.
She's an online fitness coach. She helps peri and postmenopausal women lose weight. Okay. So it's a couple $1,000 program. And she came to me. She had her business for many, many, many years. It blew up during COVID. And then when COVID kind of died off, so did her business. And she was really hard stuck. 10, maybe on a good month, 30K per month. But the problem was she had so much burn rate from the team she had built when business was good that she was losing money. So even at 30 grand a month, she was losing money every single month.
Wow, really? Holy
Came
shit.
to me from an ad, right? I had an ad, a Facebook and Instagram ad where I'm holding my cat.
Yeah.
And I said, when's the last time you were on a sales call with the perfect prospect?
Nice.
To get to the end of the call and hear objections, didn't know how to handle, blah, blah, blah. So she came super cold and super skeptical. I ran her through my RFPDP method and I closed her, right? A couple months, we built her up to 65K per month. She needed to get a sales team. So then I came in, we shot this testimonial, and then I came in, gave her a couple girls that I had trained and mentored in the past. And then we built her a sales team. I then partnered her up with my buddy who runs a marketing agency, and he built her out a VSL funnel and some challenge funnels and things like that. And the leads just started pouring in. And because I had fixed the sales process to be as effective as humanly possible, they were closing damn near everyone. And then it just started stacking and growing 100, 150, 200, 250. Last month did 330,000.
Okay, so let's go back a bit. So that's incredible, from 10,000 to 300,000 a month. I mean, that multiplier is unbelievable. So when you said that they brought a marketer that you knew and they were getting leads like crazy, inbound, paid ads or organic?
Paid ads, all paid ads. Do a VSL funnel. Yeah.
Okay. So quick question. Do you believe that people should test outreach through organic and hit a certain MRR, or do you think people should just go to paid ads and skip the line?
I mean, I think people should go wherever the heck they can get leads. You could be the best in the world at sales, but if you have no leads, you make $0. So you can get referrals, you can do strategic partnerships, you can do paid ads, which opens up infinite opportunities, from book funnels, challenge funnels, webinars, VSLs, opt-in, no opt-in, DM ads, follower ads, etc.
Yeah.
You can also do organic content, which is a lot. Could be LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, stories, lives. You know, there's a lot of organic stuff. And then you could do cold outreach, cold email. Like this company here, we built to 550,000 a month, teaching career coaches how to use cold email and cold LinkedIn outreach to generate leads and scale their business.
Wait, which one's that?
This ClickFunnels plaque up here on my left.
Oh, wow. Did you say 550,000 a month?
Yeah.
Jeez.
And we were teaching cold outreach. So I think you take leads wherever the heck you can get it. I go speak on stages to get leads. You know what I mean? Like however you can get them, I think you should get them.
Okay. So walk us through. So you went from 10 to 65 and then 65 to, so how'd you get them from 10 to 65? Because that's a 6.5x multiplier. That's massive.
Yeah, I mean, it was easy, right? She already had leads. She just wasn't converting them on sales calls. She had this really crazy 2-call close system where on the very first call, she would essentially tell them to go track their food for a week. Then she would book a follow-up call and like review the food that they ate for the week and then like give all this value and then hope that they saw the value and they wanted to buy. But most people just had this false confidence with the value that she gave for free that they didn't need to pay her. So then I came in and I fixed that. I was like, hey, we're going to do a 1-call close process. We're not going to do this whole 7 days of eating meal plan value stack thing. And then that's all we fixed, raised her confidence, raised the price up a little bit. And then the close rate was fixed. Now she was just capitalizing on the leads that she already had coming in.
So is your solution like coaching? Is it AI? Is it lead generation? Is it sales scripting? Is it all the above? Or maybe I'm missing, or maybe I said too much.
Yeah, I don't do anything with marketing.
Okay.
I'm more than happy to admit that I'm not the best marketer in the world. I don't have like that creative brain of like copywriting and things like that. So I don't work with people who have 0 leads.
Okay.
Like if somebody were to come to me and they're a coach and they have 0 leads, like I'm good for them, just not today.
Yeah.
Like they need to get their leads kind of cracked and figured out, and then I can come in and support them later on. And so yeah, scripting. The only AI that I use in my business with my clients is we've created an AI call review bot. So you can take the transcript of your call, you can drop it into this evaluator, and then it will tell you my RFPDP method and break it all out and score you on each section. So you know like what you missed and what you did good on. So it kind of highlights the areas for improvement.
Does it do that from transcript or audio or both?
Transcript. Just written. Yeah, the written, which Zoom will save. But yeah, we script it out. We help them raise their prices. We explain the psychology. We build their confidence in themselves, because a lot of people don't realize how good they are. Like if I ask a weight loss coach and say, what's your offer? And they say, I help women lose weight. I just don't think that's true. I think if you're helping women lose weight, you're helping them build their confidence. You're helping them extend their life. You're helping their marriage become stronger. You're helping them become a better employee because now they're more confident to speak up in meetings so they can get promotions. So a lot of coaches just don't realize how incredible they actually are in the impact that they're actually having on their clients. And when I explain that to them, their confidence goes to the roof, which then allows them to run sales calls at a higher clip and also handle objections a heck of a lot better.
So these client results are astounding, like the 50K, the 35 to 250K, a 10% to 40% close rate. how do you help so many people on so many different levels in terms of your time, your bandwidth, and is it like a one-on-one coaching call? Is it a one-to-many group coaching? What's the format look like?
Yeah, so I have a hybrid model, and before I launched my offer, I pulled a pink sticky note out of my desk and I mapped out the deliverables and the pricing of the offer. And the question I asked myself was, how do I do $250,000 per month in cash while only working 4 days a week with a very small team in very high profit margins? And in 5 minutes, I mapped out what that was going to look like on a pink sticky note. And that's what I've executed. So right now I hover anywhere from like 150 to 200,000 a month in cash.
Wow.
And I work 4 days a week. I have one full-time employee, which is my older brother. I retired him out of corporate America after 8 years.
Really?
He works with me full-time, and I run it like 60 to 75% profit margins depending on the month.
That's insane.
But it's a hybrid model, right? So there's modules that people watch. There's 2 group calls per week that I host. We have a Slack community to share wins and ask questions. And then they get an allotted amount of one-on-one calls to use throughout the 12 weeks that I work with them.
Oh, so it's a 12-week program?
Yep.
4, 8, 12. So it's 3 months.
Yep.
So what happens after that?
One of 2 things. Either I say goodbye. I send them on their way to go be successful without me, which is great. I didn't build a model where people have to keep coming back and keep paying me. And then what a lot of people end up doing is I have a very inexpensive continuation offer where they can stay in the Slack community and they can stay on the group calls. So they stay plugged in with all these people they built a connection and relationship with. And it just keeps them sharp and helps them keep scaling. So a lot of people will opt for that continuation just to stay plugged into the community.
Amazing, amazing, amazing. Okay. I think we're running out of time and there's so many more questions I have. So I'd love to have you for a part 2 if you're open to it. But if you can explain your free lead magnet, which is install my intuitive sales system, what does that look like? What do people get in that?
Yeah, I mean, that's that 48-minute video. It breaks down my entire sales script and sales process and explains every step of the process. Like I've had people watch that video, they build an entire script off of that video and then go have record-breaking months. And I've never coached them one-on-one. They just simply watch the video and I'll get a random YouTube comment or Instagram DM and be like, dude, I found you on YouTube or I found you on Instagram and I watched this video and here's my script. What do you think? I'm like, dude, I'm not looking over your 12-page script for free. But I'm like, what do you think? And they're like, well, dude, I just did 40K this month and closed these deals and doubled my close rate and blah, blah, blah. So it's pretty much everything that I teach in my program just packaged up into one 48-minute video that breaks down the RFPDP method top to bottom and shows you how to customize it for your offer.
Amazing. Now, you don't need to give us the nitty gritties, but just curious for people who, because we're talking about the future, and I'm going to do a lightning round in just a second, future of sales and AI. Like when you're creating like a SaaS or like a bot or some sort of sales coach, what does a software stack look like? Because there's a lot of different things out there. Are you using stuff that's like complex and expensive and getting developers, or are you using something like Google Gemini or ChatGPT, or how are you creating stuff?
Yeah, I mean, the only AI that I have is the call review thing. Yeah. And if I'm being honest, I didn't even create that. One of my clients did. Yeah. One of my clients took all of my library of knowledge and then all of these calls and spent all this time to build it. That's just on ChatGPT for free.
Nice.
And so I don't have everything I do in my life and my business is super simple. You can't do 150, 200 grand a month at 60 to 75% profit margins working 4 days a week if it's complex. It just doesn't work. So my business is very simple. The tech stack is very simple. It's a very simple CRM, which is close.io. That's what I use. That's what I like.
I love close.io.
Yeah, I use Google Calendar and Calendly, like ClickFunnels and Kajabi. Like it's just all very simple out of the box softwares that anybody can go buy for a few $100 a month.
Nice. Okay, so you're still using Kajabi. You haven't switched over to Go High Level?
No, I'm not a Go High Level fan. I'm kind of a hater, to be honest. I think it's just too complex and too robust. It just does too many things that I don't need. I think that High Level is great if you're going to white label CRMs and things like that so you can make money from it.
Yeah.
I'm not white labeling anything, so I just host my modules in Kajabi. I have their little $1 million pin when you do $1 million from using them. But yeah, I don't use High Level at all.
Okay, awesome. So here we are back to the lightning round. This is the last 60 seconds of fun, real, relatable questions to get to know Austin Medlin a little bit better. So the first question, lightning round for you, Austin, is what is the first word that comes to your mind when you think of rejection?
Water on a duck's back.
Okay.
Rolls right off. Irrelevant. Don't care. Part of life. Keep it moving.
Nice. What is your pre-call hype song, if you have one?
I don't do anything pre-call. I've done it for so long. I'm just so neutral. I just walk into the call. I had a client ask me that last week, by the way. They're a closer. They're like, what do you do before a call? And I'm like, turn on Zoom and hit go. Because I don't want to be hype.
Yeah.
Right. I don't want my energy to be up. I want my energy to be extraordinarily neutral. So listening to a hype song, getting all excited, then I come onto the call with excited energy, which is actually doing me and my prospect a disservice. So I want to be very calm. I want to be very neutral. Maybe I'll go for a walk outside, get some sunlight, but I'm coming in with very neutral energy.
Nice. So I know you work out a lot. Your fitness is really important to you. Do you believe that fitness plays a role in your performance? And if so, how? And what does your fitness regimen look like?
Yeah, it 100% does. If you're taking care of you internally, it's easier to take care of people externally. Easier to take care of the business, clients, friends, family, community. It's easier to be of service to others when you're of service to yourself. That's why when you're on an airplane and they say, hey, if the oxygen mask drops down, put yours on first, because you can't help people if you're dead. So you have to serve yourself. So I got up 5 o'clock this morning. I'm in the gym by 6, knock out a great workout. Now I'm focused and locked in for the rest of the day. I wouldn't say I have like a regiment or something like that. I kind of just walk in and whatever muscle group is next, I kind of just hit it and hit it as hard as I can.
Nice.
What has been the game changer for me, though, was hiring a personal assistant / chef that comes to my house twice a week and preps up my meals for the next few days before he comes back again. That way I don't have to waste time, effort, energy, going to the grocery store, cooking, cleaning up, everything is just meal prepped out and I can just eat healthy without having to think about it.
I love that. And no cleaning?
I mean, no, because I'm just heating up the containers that he's using.
Does your personal assistant clean as well, or no, just cooks it?
Yeah.
Oh,
laundry, dishes, cat litter box, like the whole house is clean, drops me off at the airport, like does everything that I need in my personal
Sounds
life.
like Dan Martell's personal housekeeper or manager or whatever.
Same thing. Yeah.
Okay. You talked about earlier the network marketing with the protein and energy drinks, and obviously because you're a person of fitness, any recommendations? Because I'm actually in the research of trying to find a good protein / energy drink, and they could be different things or the same, that don't have a lot of sugar, that don't have a lot of junk in it. Any recommendations?
White Monster. I'm drinking 2 White Monsters a day. Have been every day for the last 8 years.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't even drink protein shakes at this point. I don't take any supplements really. I just eat very healthy, a lot of lean meats and good fats and carbs. But I'm not in the whole researching of supplements and taking this protein powder and all that. I just eat healthy food. I think is works for me. But everybody's obviously a little bit different. Then I slam 2 White Monsters a day every day, and that's how I get the energy.
Does it actually taste good?
White Monster? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Flavor recommendation?
Just the white one.
Okay. Now, you talked about eating good fats. This can be a polarizing comment. Even my health coach was saying there is good fats. Can you comment on that just briefly?
Yeah, there's certain types of olive oils and avocados and certain things like that. Now, again, I am not a fitness expert, so maybe a fitness coach is watching this and says I'm an idiot. I don't know. I'm good at sales, not good at the fitness thing. I kind of just eat intuitively what I think this is going to serve my body well in this moment. And I'll eat that. Yesterday, I went last night and got a huge burger and sweet potato fries. Now that's not healthy, right? That's not healthy fats. That's not great at all.
Yeah.
And then I went to the gym this morning and was shredded and felt great. But it's I'm just intuitively going with what I think my body needs.
Awesome. Now, what is something that people don't know about you, whether it's a secret passion or a hobby that maybe you do in your own time, but many people don't know in public?
Yeah, I collect coins.
Okay,
change.
nice.
But not special change, just quarters and dimes and nickels and pennies. I've had the same coin jar since the 8th grade.
Wow.
And there's tens of thousands of dollars in there.
Wow.
And it's to the point where if I go to a gas station and let's say it's $3.97, I'll use a debit card because I'm only going to get 3 cents back. But if it's like 307 and I'm going to get 93 cents back, then I'll use cash to get the 93 cents just to come home and put it in my wallet.
You want the coins?
I want the coins. I don't know why. I just like building things, right? Building a business, building my body, building relationships. I don't know why. I just like building this change jar that I've been building since the 8th grade. So it's in this giant like 4-foot vase in my house. It's like so heavy. It's like ridiculous. It's I don't know why.
If you could jump on a sales call, last question, with any person dead or alive, who would it be and what would you try to sell them?
It would probably be somebody who's extraordinarily masculine and difficult to sell, just so I can sell them and prove that I'm the best.
Okay.
I don't know who that would be, but it would have to be a difficult close. It would have to be someone who needs what I have, but they're pretty egotistical, very masculine and difficult to close, just so I can close them and show that I'm the best.
Why would you need to have someone to prove or show them that you're the best?
Well, I don't. I mean, I already know I'm the best. I don't need to do it, but it is fun, right? Like when you close like a lay down close that was like gonna buy no matter what you said.
Yeah.
Great. We made our commission or we made our sale, whatever. I think it's a lot of fun. Like Rachel, who I gave you an example earlier, she wasn't the easiest close. She had been burned by a sales coach in the past. She was very skeptical. Like I had to hang in the buying pocket. Like I had to use objection handling skill and ability and confidence. Like there was a lot that went into closing that deal. Like so much so she was like, I want a guarantee. I was like, well, I don't have one. She's like, well, I'm not buying without one. And I was like, what do you want? She's like, I want a guarantee that I will at least make $30,000 in your program. And I said, well, that's too easy. I'm not going to waste my time putting that on paper because it's obviously going to happen. I said, how about I guarantee you that when you finish the program, if you don't feel in your heart of hearts, not on metrics, just in your heart, if you don't feel like this program was worth at least $100,000, I'm not allowed to ask any questions. You send me an email, I'll refund every penny. She's like, you wouldn't put that in writing. I was like, yeah, I'll put it in writing right now. And I literally still have the contract with that in writing. Word for word. If you don't feel like in your heart of hearts, this program is worth $100,000 to you, you send me an email, I'll refund every penny. I'm not allowed to ask any questions. So it was fun, right? It's more fun for me. I need a challenge. You don't want to go to the gym every day and just do the same workout and the same reps. Like you want to hit PRs. You want to push yourself. You want to up the weight. So to me, it's more fun closing difficult prospects. It gives me enjoyment and entertainment.
And even if she gets a refund, you still get to collect coins.
I mean, she's making $330,000 a month. You know what I mean? Like, you think she's going to be upset that, you know, and want a refund? I doubt it.
Amazing. Well, that brings us to the end. If you guys want to learn more, install Austin's intuitive sales system at closesales.com. And if you want to connect with Austin to find out more about his closed sales solutions, you can connect with him at Instagram and on Facebook. And yeah, feel free to reach out to him if you have any questions about growing and scaling your business. So any last words for the person who is knowing what they need to do, they're not doing it, lacking the discipline and looking for the habits? What would you say to the person that's kind of like hanging on a thread?
Yeah, before I address that person who really needs my intuitive sales system, that would be Emmy. Emmy needs to learn a little bit more about sales. Yeah. He needs it. So hopefully that video makes its way into his hands so he can get a little better at sales. But I mean, dude, look, the person is so good. It's so good.
Hey, look at this.
Yeah, it's so good. I love it. And that's like when you said like rejection, I would say hate rejection. It's all the same thing to me. It's water off a duck's back. Like I'm so unbothered and unfazed because no matter what you do in your life, somebody will hate you for it. Right? Mr. Beast goes out and builds wells in Africa, and there's a whole community of people who are pissed off because it's not his right to help people. It's like, well, that doesn't make sense, right? So it's like, I'm going to do everything that I want to do as long as I'm in service to other people. And it's like, and no matter what I do, someone will hate me. So I'm just going to live my life. That's why I have a ridiculous mustache and drive a supercar. Like I don't care. I do what makes me happy. Right. But dude, somebody who's right there on the edge, who's just like, I know what to do, but they're just not doing it. There's got to be a reason to do it because everybody has an internal thermostat with their fitness, with their relationships, with their health, with their money, with their business. And what happens is we set internally this thermostat and then we kind of just hit it every month, maybe a little up, maybe a little down, but it's kind of right there. And until you raise that thermostat and realize you're capable of more and you're sick and tired of settling for less, you're always going to be stuck in that kind of homeostatic middle ground.
Yeah.
You got to blow the lid off that thermostat.
Yeah.
The easiest way to do that would be to get around other people that are doing incredible things. Because the more time you spend with them, the more you'll realize that they're just a human like you. And if they can do it, you can do it too. So that community and having those relationships is everything. You've got to be surrounded by the right people. You don't want to be the smartest. You don't want to be the richest person in the room. You actually want to be the dumbest and the poorest.
Yes.
That way you can learn all the things from the other people, implement them into your life, and then start to see those same results.
Well said by a person with a ridiculous mustache driving a supercar. So
me.
Austin, what a pleasure. I would love to get you on a repeat to polarize and challenge different people who are struggling maybe with mindset and or sales psychology. Thank you, Emmy, and Paul, who have been tuning in. And again, Austin, most importantly, thank you so much for you and the way that you serve. I love your story. I love, the whole ups and downs. And I love that, it's like water off a duck's back. Like you're unbothered, you're unfazed. It's like not many people have that thermostat where you can control your controllables. And so that is pretty impressive. So again, once again, thank you so much for being on the Sales Ninja Show podcast, where we're here to help you with the why, which is helping 1 million plus people break the cycle of generational poverty so you can sell more to give more. Thanks so much, Austin.
Thanks for having me.